Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over the potential for hail. This is my first ever hail forecast. Thought I'd do something a little different. I've done a little bit of research on forecasting hail, figured some things out on my own. So I think I have enough knowledge to put together a general forecast for tomorrow. So tomorrow at around 12 p.m., so around noon, this is what the radar could look like. We could have some storms working their way through Kansas in the morning, and those storms are probably going to be elevated, which means there probably won't be much of a tornado risk. However, it does mean that if you live in southeastern Kansas or somewhere in this area, there will be a little bit of a hail risk with the storms. But that is not the main threat for today. Threat for tomorrow. So tomorrow, Thursday, at around 6 p.m., we could get some storms initiating along a dry line from North Texas Panhandle, up through Kansas, maybe into southern Nebraska. And there could also be a few storms in northeastern Colorado. So there is going to be some sort of a tornado risk with these storms. Maybe a bit of a damaging wind risk as well. But I'll be going over the hail risk for today. There is an enhanced risk for hail. So definitely hail is going to be an issue tomorrow. So at about midnight, we could see a few lingering storms in Kansas, but we could also see some new storm development in Texas. And I think these storms will also have hail potential. So taking a look at a few soundings, this is from Kansas, and it definitely shows a good environment for tornadoes. We got adequate curvature and just overall low level shear for tornadoes, adequate moisture, instability, and pretty decent 0 to 1 kilometer lapse rates. That's something that a lot of the recent tornado setups in the Great Plains have kind of been missing, which might be one of the reasons why there hasn't been any significant tornado outbreaks in the Great Plains yet this year. Hail-wise, dew points in the 60s will support hail. Steep lapse rates, especially in the mid-levels, we have about 8 degrees Celsius per kilometer in terms of lapse rates from 3 to 6 kilometers, and that will certainly favor some hail, and then a tornado risk in Kansas as well. So those midnight storms in Texas that'll eventually work their way into Oklahoma, not as good of an environment for tornadoes. We can see there's definitely a bit of a capping inversion that's starting to work its way in, so the storms might start to become elevated. However, the hail threat will likely continue because we have quite steep lapse rates just above the temperature inversion, 8.9 degrees Celsius in terms of lapse rates from 3 to 6 kilometers. So that should favor some hail with these storms. So, with that into consideration, here's my hail forecast. I didn't decide to do probability of hail. I decided to do the potential size of hail. So I do think that anywhere in the yellow will have at least some chance of hail up to 2 inches in diameter. And then we could even see a few hailstones even larger, approaching 3 inches in diameter, with those potentially tornadic supercells in Kansas, and then also those later night Texas storms. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.